I don't know. You see these some of the nomads out there right now. I think that the three amigos, I call them the three amigos. There's Mikey, there's Kenny or Kevin, and Derek. Okay, there were three amigos. It's interesting how in some way, they're all different channels. They're all very different channels, but in some way they're all the same. There's a certain similarity there. And I kind of like those, looking at those guys, not that I necessarily enjoy their content, although it is very oddly compelling. It just, and how different they are dealing with YouTube and all that other stuff. But they all have if you look deep down into their channels, there's a certain similarity there, and we're getting into a point now, I don't know, it's like we've been over the waterfall and then hit the rocks at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? That with 2020 and all the crazy crap that happened, and 2021 is still turning out to be a pretty strange year. It's just like, and YouTube and and I think there's some big changes coming to YouTube, which we don't really know yet, but I don't know. I think it's just interesting to see how everybody, and all these guys, by the way, are in some sort of midlife-y kind of situation. The two of them are, in the 40 degree zone, the 40 age zone, and of course, Derek. Derek. He's the guy that has the house in Indiana that he doesn't want us talking about him anymore. He was just down in Florida, and now he's, let's just say he's leaving the state. He seems to be putting on he seems very happy. He does. He's smiling a lot. But then there's always a line of complaint. He's always complaining about something in almost every video. A lot of it's wearing the mask. A lot of it is how he's having difficulty finding boondocking spots, particularly in Florida. There's always that, even though he's trying really hard to kind of be upbeat, you can kind of, if you watch his videos closely, kind of see that he's not having all that great of a time. I don't know. Anyway, and then we see Mike, Living Free Mike, who again, he's been spending the entire summer sitting there in not winter, excuse me. Let's go Northern Hemisphere. The entire winter sitting there in quartzsite. Literally, he got there in October. And it's now, it's going to be March next week. He's still there. Then he posted that thing on his community page about, it seemed like, he's getting religious, and he's certainly in a period in his life. He's pushing 40 if he's not already there yet, where, it's just like, now what? Yeah, he does, the YouTube money comes in, but it's still not a living wage, and it really is a hustle, a side hustle, and a YouTube hustle to kind of, get the funds coming, and, and it isn't cheap. You see these people, especially Derek, he's got Class A, he's got a car now, he's towing that. There's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of stuff in his vehicle, and he's also got a house on top of it all. I mean, there's bills on all that stuff, It's just like his life is not, he has actually made his life in the last year quite more complicated than it was the previous year. Compare that to just driving around in, a nice smallish RV, for one guy basically, that's all it is. I mean, the cat too. But I mean, you could probably do just as fun job of traveling around enjoying yourself, with a much smaller RV. You don't need the car. And the house, okay, but it is just you're piling on stuff and complicating your life, and now you've got, to pay for all of that. Mike, on the other hand, he's just living in his Class A, kind of not doing anything, not really traveling anywhere. He said, I gave us a hint a while back that he might be moving somewhere. Last year at this time, after all the RTR festivities, he went over to Slab City for a while. I don't know, man. Going to be interesting to see what happens to them. And then of course we've got Kevin, who again, he's got the health issues. I don't know. He's got health issues that are plaguing him, and he's got to deal with that, and it just seems like it's taking forever. He's been having a lot of symptoms, and again, I do not want to get into somebody's health stuff here on the channel, but it's part of his channel and he's talked about it. So, but it's like a, slow process to get all the tests done and to get all the doctors lined up and all the bureaucratic insurance. It's one thing if you have a medical emergency. Okay, you go to the ER, you got a medical emergency, they pretty much rush you through and treat you. If you don't have that kind of medical emergency where, it's like they've got to do it now, then you get kind of thrown into the medical bureaucracy. And then you've got to go hunt down specialists and line up insurance and get scans done. And it's all outpatient-y stuff for a long time. And it, takes weeks and weeks and weeks. And then finally they schedule the SURGERY. And it's just like, oh my God, months and months go by, and and you're feeling crappy. So Kevin's had to deal with that, and then he's got his whole thing about where he's living. He was there. He did build the prepper shack there in New Mexico, and now that's I guess gone. Or at least in limbo of some sort. And then he became a resident of Arizona. He used to be in Georgia. So now he has somehow, managed to park his RV at some park there, at some RV park in the Phoenix area, and he is, or trailer park, I guess we should call it that. And, I don't know. And he's got some friends helping him out, but, he does qualify for residency in Arizona, and I guess that does help because, there's probably some state aid programs and stuff like that for. I don't know. We wish all our best. I mean, in a way, whether you like these three guys or not, I mean, they all have different channels. They're all at different places, but they all seem to be all kind of coming together in a sense where I see like major stuff happening in 2021 for all of them, whether it be health-wise, whether it be just, spiritual, or whether it just be financial or something. They all seem to be on a course that's going to take them into a major change, let's just say that, in 2021. And it's going to be interesting to see how the year treats them all, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't have a lot else to talk about this morning. I don't know. Again, we haven't had any new videos from any of those guys. Bus Grease Monkey, coyote howling nature sounds there in Tennessee. Those coyotes can be kind of scary and creepy, can't they? Oh, yeah. Inspirational Nomad is continuing to look at various living options there in Florida. The Corrado Axion. Oh, it's an Axion. Ooh, Axion awesome. Ought to check that one out. Hey, we got Papa Texas there outdoor cooking with some friends. Yeah. It doesn't look too snowy there. Is this where'd the snow and the ice go? He's in Texas there. I don't know. Maybe we're doing some time shifting here. Woo-hoo-hoo. Anyway, and don't forget this Papa Texas kitchen. Yeah, you want to take a bland sub like something you can get at Subway or something you can get at Walmart that just doesn't quite cut it, and you want to put some real heavy-duty taste in it. This is what you got to get. Okay, check them out on that. Check them out. Yeah, right there on. Hold on. Oh no! Come out here at Uncle Steve's Shake. You can get all that stuff right here. It's really cool. You just go down here and yeah, there. Look at it. Go on the shop page, and you get a lot of cool stuff here. Yeah, Smoke Bomb. Ooh, yeah. Love from above. Competition pig powder. Holy cow. Anyway, check it out. And get some t-shirts too. Anyway, one of everything special. Uncle Steve's Shake there, yeah. This is a very good video if you have a one of those power stations, the Jackeries, the Rock Pals, the whatever, the Max Oak, the Blue Eddies, whatever the heck. Good video to watch. DIY solar power with Will Prowse. He has one of these gizmos, bigbattery.com gizmos that where the cells are leaking. The cells are actually leaking. And he takes the thing apart and finds out that there's damage. You know, there's scratches on the various cells. Look like they've been jostled around, and they don't look like they're in the best shape. And then one of them seems to have, like, I don't know, whatever, been overfilled or something, and then it leaks out this caustic crud. And you got to be really careful. You don't want to get that on your skin or in your eyes or anything. It's nasty. And he does say he finds every now and then these power stations that have leaky cells in them that do not have the best quality control when they're made. And yeah, he was really surprised when he took this particular one apart. So anyway, good video here from Will Prowse. You know, if you're into power stations and stuff, you know, he's the guy to watch. Of course, we've got Elvis there, Alpha Nomad. Stay in your lane, Elvis. Stay in your lane. You better stay in your lane, Elvis. Don't deviate from your lane, Elvis. Giving us a tour of the Lisa Marie. Man.